chair. Said, son, I wouldn't waste my breath on a prayer. He slammed the gavel down, it echoed through the hall. 99 years, boy, you're gonna take the fall. So here I sit in Folsom, staring at the stone, paying for the wicked, wicked seeds that I have sown. Oh, the cocaine blues are dragging me down. Nowhere left to run, I'm Folsom prison bound. Got a devil on my shoulder, blood on my hands, the most broken outlaw in the sun on round. So listen to me, mister, leave that stuff alone, or you'll end up in a cell of iron and bone. Got the cocaine blues. Well, I woke up early with an aching head. Look at my woman lying cold in the bed. I set my 44 down upon the floor. I knew I couldn't stay around here anymore. I took a shot of whiskey, did a line of white, and ran out the back door into the dead of night. Oh, the cocaine blues are dragging me down, running from the law through every port of town. Got a devil on my shoulder, blood on my hands. I'm the most wanted outlaw in the southern lands. Yeah, that white powder put me on the run. I caught a fast freight rolling down to Santa Fe, hoping that the sheriff would look the other way. But the posse caught me slipping at the county line. Said, Willie, boy, you reached the very end of your time. They slapped the heavy iron round my weary wrist. With a gun to my back, there was no use to resist. Oh, the cocaine blues are dragging me down, running from the law through every port of town. Got a devil on my shoulder, blood on my hands. I'm the most wanted outlaw in the southern lands. Yeah, that white powder put me on the run. The judge looked down from his high wooden chair. Said, son, I wouldn't waste my breath on a prayer. He slammed the gavel down, it echoed through the hall. 99 years, boy, you're gonna take the fall. So here I sit in Folsom, staring at the stone, paying for the wicked, wicked seeds that I have sown. Oh, the cocaine blues are dragging me down. Nowhere left to run, I'm Folsom prison bound. Got a devil on my shoulder, blood on my hands, the most broken outlaw in the sun on round.
Well, hello everyone. Hello, hello. No, I don't want you playing anymore. Oh my god, go away. Oh,
I
okay.
can't.
Oh, ha 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 ha. You're real funny. You're real funny with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello everyone, and welcome to the greatest podcast that can't seem to get its shit together. That will be the Level 2 podcast with your lovely host, the wonderful, fantastic. I'm just praising the hell of myself for no reason. Hi, I'm AJ Timms here, and this is Killer J here. Welcome to the Level 2 podcast where we just absolutely fuck everything up because that's what we're good at. And tonight we
Hell yeah.
got a crazy ass fucking podcast going on here. We got a crazy one going on here because Sony and Xbox have decided that they're just going to get together and screw everyone and everything inside, because why not? Am I wrong?
You know what they said? I bet you I know. Actually, you know what? You know what they didn't say? Let's get some zingers on it.
Oh god.
Guarantee you they didn't say that.
Oh god. No thank you. No thank you. Nope. Hate that. Hate every part of it. So, other than the fact that I didn't eat dinner, so if you see me snacking, that's the reason why. Eric and Review Tech have just put out videos. Well, Rich put out a video yesterday. Eric put out a video today. And we're also going to go over his Xbox video as well, talking about the PlayStation drama that happened recently. That is absolutely insane drama. There's absolutely insane drama that's going on right now. And I'm just, I don't know.
It's crazy.
I don't know, man. This is insane. This is the most insane drama stuff I've ever seen in my entire life. I've been around the block. I've seen a lot of crazy things, but this is a new level of what the hell is happening. It makes no
I don't even
logical
think
sense.
they know.
I don't think anyone knows what's going on right now. So let's go ahead. We're gonna get into review tech videos first because we always got to make fun of this guy, even though he flagged my channel allegedly. And forgotten.
Again, we do not want you to go after these people no matter what happens or what we say. We do not condone flagging channels. That is not cool.
Like, what was it? Today I learned that the Raw Phil channel got flagged down for copyright infringement. I believe was it. Like, completely deleted off of YouTube. So, no, I don't believe in flagging channels down. I don't believe in taking people's ability to speak away, because then you know better than the individual that you're going after. The only way to beat bad science or misinformation is to use good information and to work twice as hard to do so.
And have receipts.
Yep, receipts for everything. Don't sit there and make up stuff about something that didn't happen, because that's not going to end well for you. I promise you. That will just not end well for you. And as you can see right here, I am live on Kick. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on Rumble. So any of the platforms you like, just head on over and you can come on by and say hi. It is more than welcome to. It's always appreciated when people come by and say hi. So, now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and let's start with the video, shall we? This is going to be good. Oh, this is really going to be good, I can tell. Really? Right off the bat.
God. Why don't you relax your anus?
Why is he laughing like that?
Oh man, it's happening.
Why is he laughing like that?
Wow.
Why?
I just wanted some sauce on those zingers.
Why? Just why? Why are you laughing like that?
Right.
I gotta stop it right off the bat. Why is he laughing like that?
He's laughing like well, I mean, I'm just gonna say this. He's laughing like allegedly someone, you know what? I'm not even going to say that. That's not you. That's not YouTube appropriate. So, um, he's laughing like somebody should not laugh. Freaking weirdo.
He's laughing like he's a supervillain in a terrible horror movie. Like, that's what he's laughing like, and I don't understand. I don't get it.
Joke's on you, dickers.
I know, right? I don't get it. I don't understand why he's laughing like that. If someone can explain that to me, I would greatly appreciate it.
All right, everybody, welcome to the show. I hope you're having an awesome day. A couple shameless plugs. First and foremost, make sure you subscribe to me here. This is Review
Don't
Tech USA.
subscribe.
I'm a man, and I talk about
I'm just kidding. I
technology.
don't care.
I may burp into the
Why?
microphone. Also, make sure you check me out over on Twitch. I have moved my more controversial content over to there, but on YouTube, I will be streaming here as well. And tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I will be playing Bloodborne live on stream. Hope to see you there. Links to everything I mentioned, including my Not Dead. I don't care when was the last time I uploaded my Not Dead ASMR channel. Those links are in the description and top pinned comment.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I tried watching that ASMR channel. Just no.
His voice is annoying. Come on, dude. Like, nobody wants to hear that, dude.
Yeah, no, nobody. I don't know anyone who wants to listen to that. Well, you know, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised at all if somebody just came out of nowhere and said that was their favorite like voice or whatever to listen to. You know,
You're crazy.
Pretty much so.
If somebody ever told me that, I'd say you're crazy. Like, I don't even like hearing myself talk.
Yeah, no, I struggle to listen to myself. Like, when it comes to drumming and whatnot, I force myself to sit through and listen my drumming to listen out for what I need to do with my next video, what editing I need to do with this and that and the other. But when it comes to like videos and stuff like this, I have such a hard time listening to myself because I don't like the sound of my voice. I honestly do not like the sound of it. Because to me, it sounds like I'm like trying to chew on wet rags, if that makes sense. That's what I feel like I sound like. I'm chewing on wet rags. And it bothers me. Like, tremendously bothers me. Yeah. Maybe I'm just crazy, but that's how I feel. It feels like I'm chewing on wet rags. But getting back into it.
So we know what's been happening with PlayStation recently. They announced that they are no longer going to be producing physical games for their consoles.
What is this
What the hell is sitting on a Big Mac?
I think
that's just fucking weird. Like, is that bird shitting on a Big Mac?
Yeah, I guess. What's up with Beavis having a Darkside Phil beard? What's up with Darkside Phil's face? What is that all about? You could have picked.
He loves Phil.
You could have picked better logos for Twitch and Kick. And he's got his Tech ASMR channel. That's just Planet right there. Lovely. And I love that he just has a black bar below that says links in the description. That's lovely. That's just fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. That is great screen overlay, buddy. That is great screen.
I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't be as weird as I am. I don't know if I can come up with something any more weird than that shit.
Yeah, this is wild. I don't know what this is. This is, oh my God.
Starting in 2028. And as you would expect, people are really pissed off about it. And even though I'm a person who has been 99.9% digital with my game purchases since like 2009, I am still pissed off at this because I understand the consequences that it could have if Sony has no competition for the pricing of their games. It also means you can no longer sell your games, trade your games, let people borrow them. Now that they're getting rid of physical media, there is a lot of limitations that come with it especially on a game
Mhm.
console where purchasing games for that console is only tied to that company's
See, hold on.
ecosystem. And just in
The
case you
thing
think
is, the thing is with when it comes to PlayStation gamers, even Xbox gamers, a good majority of the people that are still there, they enjoy physical media. I mean, that's just how it is. Console gamers, especially older console gamers such as myself, we prefer physical media. I know that the younger generation could care less, but for us older gamers, we prefer physical media. Taking away that physical media just gives us a reason not to play.
Yeah, because why would I want to play? Like, why would I want to play what you have if I can't? I mean, if I can't own the game, I can't take it with me. It's stuck on one console. Why the hell would I want to play it then? Like, to me, that's what I like about Epic Games, for example. The Epic Games launcher is that I can install it to any system I own, and I can look at it. I'm not stuck.
Oh yeah.
I'm not stuck having to sit there and figure out why I can't like play the game I own, because I own it for the most part. Although it is pretty funny because I've been having issues with it lately, and that's just because they haven't bothered to update it. And Gala's Axis just gave me a follow, so I appreciate the follow. Woo! I am up to 57, baby.
Hot damn.
Hot diggity damn. Got a follow over on Kick. I appreciate it. For some reason, it looks like they followed me 23 hours ago. So I mean, they found me after my previous stream. And I just now noticed it. So I appreciate it. Yeah, that's cool. I appreciate that. Every follow counts. Every like counts. If you want to go over, follow me everywhere. And on Rumble, you can even tip me. You can subscribe to me as well. Kick, you can drop a sub. YouTube, drop a sub over there. Everything helps. Every little bit helps. Now, getting back into this video, I don't know what the hell is going on because I don't understand what Dickers is talking about. I don't understand what Dickers is talking about. I'm struggling to figure out what Dickers is talking about. Maybe you
I
can
don't
help
think
me
he
make
knows what
sense.
he's talking about.
No, yeah, probably not. Yeah, so let's continue on with the video. Maybe it will make sense as the more I watch.
It does. It does.
Hopefully.
I watched it already.
All right, let's head over here then, because it's one to follow with me this way. There
I
we
think
go.
I'm being a conspiratorial asshat. In the UK, Sony is facing a huge antitrust lawsuit that
That is
equates
true.
to like 2.56 billion US dollars. And what the antitrust lawsuit says is that Sony is going to monopolize how people could buy products or games for their system. If there's no competition, if there's no Best Buy selling the same
Have
game,
you
if
seen
there's
the
no
arguments
Amazon
that they've
selling,
got going on this? Have you
Sony
seen the
side?
arguments that they've got?
I haven't seen it
Like
on
people
Sony's
are
side.
saying, well, people have been saying that. I mean, nobody cared. Nobody is saying that this is a good thing. Like, come on.
No,
But
it's
I'm
not.
saying, and if you are, then you might be a little gay.
You might be a little dumb if you ask me. Dummy, yeah. Dummy, yeah. Dummy, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But what I'm saying is, when push comes to shove, they like to bring up that Steam is monopoly. And yes, to a certain extent, it is a monopoly. But with Steam, you've got so many different ways to buy games. You've got GOG, if you want the free DRM free shit. You can go Epic Games Store and get games. It doesn't matter. Like, how is it a monopoly when players have
Battle.net.
choice?
Game.io, itch.io,
Mm-hmm.
Newgrounds.
Or emulators.
I'm like, and if you want to go the Apple route too, you also got the Apple App Store that you can go on. So
Yep.
you're not without anywhere to go. So I don't buy any of that at all. That is bull honky. Bull honky.
Well, pussy.
Ugh. Let's continue.
the same game. Sony could charge whatever the hell they want to and price gouge people. And they're already known for doing that. Well, Sony, knowing the backlash that they would get, the last thing they posted on social media, on X, was them announcing that they were discontinuing physical games. Now, you'd think they'd come back with some kind of boilerplate.
I just thought of something that he doesn't talk about in this video. And, I want to, and as terrible as it sounds, the fact that I'm actually giving him some credit. But the one thing he doesn't talk about specifically is he doesn't talk about how on PlayStation, or at least I don't remember it, on PlayStation, they actually have a type of system where they will charge certain people more. And then people that don't get on as often, they'll charge them less to entice them to buy the game and get back into the ecosystem.
I should not be surprised at all.
Selective pricing? Yeah.
So that's what they've always been doing, to be honest with you. Like that seems to be what was it? I was talking to Old Wanderer last night about Epic Games and whatnot, and Borderlands 4 and everything, and he was talking about how the selective nonsense was ruining a lot of the games, and I agreed to that, because the thing is, when it comes to consoles, it makes sense, because a selling point of a console is the idea that you can get is not only is it built specifically for gaming and streaming, like watching content and whatnot, but also that you get exclusives. If you buy this console, you get an exclusive that you can't get anywhere else. But that's been so far gone that people don't care anymore. And I mean, honestly, why would I pay for an exclusive when I can simply just, buy the same thing when I know that it's coming out on the PC? Why would I buy it on the console is what I'm trying to say. If I know it's coming on PC,
exactly.
Why would I buy it on console? It just doesn't make any logical sense to me. Hey, Binary Man, I hope you're doing...
always cheaper.
I hope you're doing well, buddy. Nightbot's being a dick again. Hey, Coldfire, what's up? Hope you're doing well, brother. Make sure you guys follow me over on Kick. Make sure you follow me all over Rumble. I'm on Rumble as well. Make sure you follow me there, just in case this live stream gets taken down and my channel gets banned for a little bit.
Something tells me that I'll probably get banned too, and that's fine too. But just in case, if you want to go after me, Killer J 1989 on YouTube and Killer J 1989 on Twitch.
Yep. As you see right here, you can follow us through all that. I should make what I'm going to do eventually is make like a word text that I can have pop up in chat. Goldfire says, I'm working. Goldfire's trying to get himself fired. Binary Man says, I'm doing good. That's why I'm about to do retro games.
That's Jeremy.
Yeah. I'm just reading it by his username.
Yep.
Just to be respectful, because normally...
I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh, God, I forgot to add that. Oops. Well, yeah, whatever.
Well, he's always said his own name, so...
Yeah. I broke the Rumble link accidentally because I forgot to put the R. So let me try that one again. There we go. Now I got a proper Rumble link. And then we get rid of this one. And there we go. Now, let's get back to the video, shall we? Because I'm sure everybody here is like, okay, AJ, enough advertising yourself. Let's watch some content.
Bo speaks saying, we understand how the community feels and blah, 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 blah. No, they just are like, nope, we're going to pretend we never posted that, even though it's still on our Twitter feed. And we're just going to pretend it never happened and talk about our new...
He said it's Jeremiah. Yeah, I knew it was Jeremiah, but I was waiting for you to correct him, Jeremiah. Not Jeremy. I'm not Jeremy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, he spelled it.
Well, I remember you. Maybe I forgot your name.
I was say I pulled him over from another community that I'm in. Jeremiah is a great guy, but I like to usually call him by his username and not by his real name. But That's just a habit of mine. And now Coldfire's laughing at you.
Flex Strike wireless fight stick, because that's what people want to hear about right now. Well, as you would expect when a company is this tone deaf, especially over something that's very important to people like physical media, Sony wasn't welcomed back to X with open arms, let's just say. And a lot of people called them out. Here is Scott the Woz. Shout out to Scott the Woz. Awesome dude. He saw Sony's newest posts, and he looks like he just woke up hungover, and he's now having a painful bowel movement, which, well, it's that kind.
Why? Why was that relevant? How was that funny?
Dude, Scott the Woz, dude, he is so good at what he does. Like, you don't talk shit about Scott the Woz. That's like the one person you don't go after.
I don't understand what
Like, he's got fans everywhere.
Yeah, so Review Tech really is pressing his luck with that one. But what I don't understand is why make fun of the guy? What did he do? Did I miss something?
I mean, he does a lot of satire streams, talks about video games, like a video game historian, so to speak. It's hilarious.
Similar to like the angry video game nerd in that aspect.
To a certain extent, but Scott the Woz, he's like, God, I don't know how many million subs he's got on YouTube. His content's really good, though. He likes to do, well, primarily Nintendo stuff, but he does a lot of other stuff, too.
Fair enough. I might check him out then. I know that name's familiar. Binary Ryan says, I'm okay with either using my username or IRL name, Scott the Woz. Scott the Woz. I'm subbed to him as well. Jeremiah says, not quite. And let's see, just checking on different chats to see, because I'm having to bounce from 5 different pages so that way I can keep up with everyone's chats.
Kind of face is fitting for what Sony just did. Radak over on Twitter posted, no way, this is the first PlayStation tweet that they put up after 6 days. And yep, but that's the one they did. They're like, hey, that never happened. Here's a fight stick.
Yeah.
DSP is going to buy it. Phil's going to buy it.
This is the last time I buy a combo product. This is a disaster joystick. There is no reason for it to be like this at all.
That's exactly what they did. They just announced a fight stick like nothing happened in the past 6 days, and their previous.
I don't understand.
Oh, wait.
He's more of a quote, I have his games and some sucks, end quote. I just, my brain farted out because I don't understand why the DSP joke was relevant. I mean,
It was.
who cares if he buys it? That's not what we care about.
That's his money.
We care about the fact that Sony's taking away our physical games. The jokes are not landing with me. They're just not landing with me at all. I don't understand what's funny. If someone can explain to me what's supposed to be funny about this video, because I have not laughed one time this whole time I've been watching it. I've literally been sitting here going, my God, this is the most boring content I have ever watched in my entire life. Like, that's saying
Your
something.
Your whole job is to entertain, bro. And when you're trying to entertain with cheesy ass jokes like that, like, nobody cares. How is that relevant? Nobody gives a shit. You have one job and you suck.
I don't know what you've been saying, Coalfire. Shows things on. Oh yeah, on Twitter, he's done some ratings of games and systems as well. Jeremiah says, "Oh yeah, on Twitter, yeah." Given I'm on YouTube, I don't know if I should Coalfire just because I'm already kind of pressing my luck with what I'm doing right now on YouTube. However, if it was just Kick and Rumble,
Very much so.
if it was just Kick and Rumble, then I would be whole hog going downtown and having fun with it. But not to get my YouTube banned because I have a warning right now. Once that warning disappears, then we'll talk about doing some fun stuff with that. But anyways, getting back to it, right? I don't get it. I don't get the jokes. I don't understand what he's making fun of. He's not really being clear with his references either. It's just all around bad content. It's just bad content. It really is. Well, let's continue, shall we? If I can get it to freaking play.
Previous tweet never happened. Now another YouTuber over here said physical forever, you cowards. And again, even if you aren't like me, I don't buy games physically. I haven't for ages. I'm also now seeing how dangerous this is for everybody, even if you only buy your games digitally. We just saw Sony recently. There was like 500 plus movies that people purchased through the PlayStation Store. But because Sony lost their
really sad.
licensing agreement, even though it said you purchased those movies, you no longer have access to them. That's our digital only future. And if there's no stopgaps, if there's no safeguards, I mean to say, to put these companies in place and protect the consumer, you will literally own nothing ever again, including the damn hardware. We know what's happening with RAM and AI data centers. I don't want to go into the whole spiel again, but you see where this is all leading to? You won't own the hardware. You won't own.
That is true. I will give him that.
We've never owned it.
Well, yeah.
We've never owned it, period.
Well, that's the thing. Like with a PC and everything, when you bought a PC, you owned the PC. You owned the parts to it. It was Windows where you didn't own the software. Again, like I go back to the Apple products. When you buy an Apple product, you own the hardware. The hardware is yours now. However, the software is not yours. And while I'm understandable with the OS and everything to some extent, the biggest problem I have in general is the fact that people are defending Sony's position. Literally. And I want to read this YouTube comment. I'm going to read this YouTube comment real quick that I got on my channel. And I want to read this out because this popped up on the video we did about the Steam Machine. Me and Kofar did on the Steam Machine. I just want you to hear this real quick because this is going to make your brain just explode with anger. So Jborn J3U, which again, I want to make it clear before I read this, do not go harass this individual. Do not go attack this individual. Don't go dox this individual. I do not condone it, nor do I support it. If I find out you do it, you're not going to have a good day, I promise you. Now that I have made that clear, let me read this comment. They go, lol, how can you compare? And then they put a comma, which you're not supposed to put there. The Steam Machine isn't even close to the base PS5. Even if the Steam Machine was the same price, the Steam Machine is trash, can't run games, and if it does, it's like garbage. I said because Gamers Nexus showed that it could beat the PS5. Did you actually watch the video, or did you just read the thumbnail? I'm betting he just read the thumbnail.
Dude, if that would have came out like $300 less, the conversation would have been a lot different about the Steam Machine. But the fact that it's, so expensive now, it's ridiculous. Like, it's not even worth it at this point.
To be fair to that, right, Valve doesn't get much of a choice given the RAM cartel has decided they're going to price whatever they feel like pricing, and if you don't like it, well, too freaking bad.
You can go F yourself, basically.
However, they are also in a massive federal, what is it called, class action lawsuit. So there you go. Let's see.
Valve's in a class action lawsuit?
Oh, yeah. Sony, Micron, and SK are in a massive federal class action lawsuit. Jeremiah says, Sony is screwing fans for sure. I'm not a big fan of Apple now. I'm just a big fan of the old Apple products from 77 to 86, minus the 1984 Mac, because that was the first Macintosh. And yeah, it was a cool idea, just poorly fucking executed. It was just poorly executed. It was a great idea.
I'm gonna say this. I'm going to say this, and this is going to be very controversial, but I think Macs are probably more reliable than Windows. Like the same Mac that I've used for work, I had used this Mac for 3 years straight, and you got to think of how many hours I work. I generally work anywhere from 8 to 10 hours per day, and that's what, anywhere from 45 to 55 to 60 hours per week. And this Mac has been, this is an M1 iMac. It has been absolutely flawless.
Oh, I was saying,
If I had,
Go ahead.
if I was really big into content creation as far as making videos, similar to what Dickers is trying to do here, I would 100% recommend a Mac. Even if you're just using iMovies is a good start once you start to get on your feet. The official, what is it? Final Cut Pro.
Yeah.
Plus, you got Logitech Pro for Den and Tim's.
Oh yeah, Logic Pro. Not Logitech's the corporation that makes.
Yeah, Logic Pro. You know what I meant.
I know what you meant. I'll say I have like on my bar I have all of Apple's work suite, so Pages, Numbers, Keynote, iMovie.
Yeah.
I have like all of Apple's suites. I do use some open source software like Clob, DoorDock, so that way I can see the windows and what they look like before I open them, so that way I can pick the correct window and I'm not bouncing between a whole bunch of them. But the point I'm trying to get at, right, is that, like you said, Macs are very reliable, very dependable. I've got an M4 MacBook Pro, base M4 MacBook Pro with an upgraded storage of a terabyte of storage. This thing has been a workhorse for 2+ years, and I've seldomly ever ran into a problem. And when I did, it was because I made a mistake and fucked it up. Not because the machine fucked up, because I fucked up. I did something I wasn't supposed to have done and fucked it up. But the beauty of it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Wow.
God, now I'm flaccid.
But
Oh God, he's flaccid.
however, I will say it's easy to get these fixed, and it's just overall, well, assuming it's not a hardware problem. If it is, then you're kind of screwed there. But however, as far as I'm concerned, I have not been disappointed with this machine at all. I've been disappointed in my choices with what I have done with it. But however, the machine itself has been nothing short of fantastic. They weren't kidding when they said this machine can do it.
You're a terrible person, Tim.
I know, right? How dare you? How dare you use Macs? You should be using Arch Linux with a Lenovo ThinkPad that isn't built for what you're doing. There's open source audio software that you can use. Please tell me what you're talking about, because I don't know of any. And I've recently just became aware of a DAW that's open source for Linux. And no, it's not Reaper. It's called Dark Dock Studio. And it's meant to be an emulation of the old consoles from the 70s. But I'm not too particularly interested because I have a physical console and I like having the digital flexibility. So if I don't like the console sound, I can remove it and add digital or a mixture of both and create some really cool sounds with it, which is how I've gotten some of my best drumming mixes. Jeremiah says, and I think Valve is like Nintendo because they're not talked about when you're talking about Xbox and Sony PlayStations.
They were talked about for a while, but here's the thing: people are a little bit more accepting of Valve because most of the time they're fairly truthful and upfront with their customers. I won't say all the time because every corporation is not your friend, so to speak. But compared to if I were to buy something from either PlayStation or Valve, and I had to choose one for the rest of my life, it's definitely I'm picking up Valve.
And
I don't like paying PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't care for PlayStation Plus. I do not care for it at all. Let's see here. See, I never wanted IBM or 100% compatible computers. My father just didn't want to spend a lot of money on a computer in the 90s. That is fair enough. That is fair enough. We get back into this video, right? See, that's ultimately the problem with Sony in general. Is just their products are just god fucking awful. Like, if you really look at it, they are. There's a reason why the PlayStation 4 was called a potato, and the PlayStation 5 is too far behind. Because, like, for example, Borderlands 3 and 4 had a memory leak and it wasn't a game. See, the funny part, it wasn't the game. The game was fine. But Sony had a leak in the firmware that the games would accidentally exploit that would cause the engines to constantly need more memory in order to generate the enemies. And the enemies would come out crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier to the point that they would look distorted and mutated. And your frame rate would drop dramatically. So you would go from a smooth, say, 720p or 1080p at 60 frames a second, right? Which the PlayStation 5 can do with no problem. No questions asked there. And it would start dropping to 720p at 30 frames. And then you were lucky if you got 30 frames. Then either the game or the console would crash and you would have to reboot. Which was a major, major problem. And most people don't talk about that because I guess most people don't remember, which is the part that gets me.
Oh, Killer J remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Now I'm flashing. Oh my God!
All right, let's continue. We have talked long enough, and we have yet to really comment on this video because it's god awful.
Own the software. If you want to have access to any of this, you're just going to be constantly signing up for subscriptions. It's absolutely diabolical and insane. And here is Does It Play? I have had my disagreements with them in the past before, but here I am fully on their side. Wireless fight stick, more like spineless corpo. Feel sorry for everyone involved in that project. They are the sacrificial lamb for the next.
Jeremiah has a really good point right here. Sony hasn't really made a good product since the PlayStation 3/4. Hell, I would say even before that, but that would be over dramatizing it. Sony Walkman, anyone? He's got a point. I mean, I've used the PlayStation 5 controller. A lot of people told me it's one of the, if not the best controller on the market, but I'm like, I don't know. Valve's Steam controller is like scientifically better. Gamers Nexus did a whole video about it, and they proved it was scientifically better. What?
Actually, you know what? I bought a $30 8-bit do controller, and I'm telling you, that's the perfect controller. Do you know why?
Why is that?
It has all the features that I want and I need. It has a decently long battery life, and it works on PC. Works on PC, Android, and heck, if you really wanted to, you could buy one specifically for your Nintendo Switch. But let me show it off real quick. It's the, in fact, I have one. I'm playing my Switch games on it right now. 8-bit do Ultimate 2C. And there's one for my PC, the Ultimate 2C as well. So the reason why I bring this up, those controllers you can buy for literally $30. Like, it has everything you need and nothing you don't.
Can you send me a
Those
link?
are the perfect controller.
Can you send me a link?
Can I send you?
Yeah, I would love to get a link to that because I want to check those out. I might get one.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here.
I'll send you a link.
Yeah, send me a link. I would love to see it. My combination of Nintendo and Valve is just saying people don't talk about them when they're talking about Microsoft or Sony doing something. Well, Valve hasn't really... See, the thing is, Valve doesn't really do a whole lot of anti-consumerism. There was a time where they were, that is true, but now Valve has actually gotten a lot better about it than they used to be. The other thing to note as well is Nintendo is talked about a hell of a lot more than you might realize. The only thing is it's just not that popular because the general consensus is that Nintendo is very litigious, meaning that you don't have to like them, but you got to respect them because at least wise they don't steal other people's IPs. They don't screw you over if they license your IP per se versus someone like Sony or Xbox. However, to say that Nintendo's a great company is a lie, for the lack of a better phrase.
I mean, let's be honest. All of them have their quirks. And it's like for me, it's pick the lesser of two evils. You've got PlayStation that's getting rid of physical media, and they can't handle their live service games with shit. I mean, look at their marathon game. It sucks dick. And then you've got Xbox, and Xbox, they don't even know what they're doing. Like they'll probably be dead and like going away the Dreamcast here in the next couple of months. But Nintendo's the only one that seems to be doing, besides Valve, of course. But Nintendo is the only one that seems to be doing halfway decent, because most of their people, you don't have to hear about them laying off a shit ton of employees. If anything, they usually give them pay raises. They treat their employees right. And that's at least the one thing that I can say really, really good about Nintendo, is they do treat their employees good.
That is true. What was it? The president, if I'm not mistaken, took another cut in order to ensure that his employees would keep at least the same pay rate as they did during the pandemic, ensuring that they would.
Oh no, that was when the Nintendo 3DS first launched, and it wasn't selling well.
So I mean,
they might have done that too.
They did it during the memory crisis, if I'm not mistaken. He did it again so the company could afford all the RAM and everything. Let's see. Jeremiah says, I mean, together it's not Xbox versus Sony versus Nintendo. It's only Sony versus Xbox. Then talk about Nintendo. Okay, so I get what you're saying. You're not talking about like logistics of the corporation. You're talking about when people talk about consoles and playing everything, it's always Sony or Xbox. And sometimes Nintendo gets in there, like with the Switch. But that's not completely a fair argument either, because of a little thing called the Steam Deck, which proved that you could build an open source system and it would run better, just as well, if not better. I mean, look what happened with Sony when they tried their Sony Portal. Yeah, that didn't work out very well. Xbox, I actually got to play an Xbox ROG Ally when I was at MomoCon. I actually got to play for a little bit. That thing was buttery smooth. But I was stunned. The only thing is I wasn't allowed to play it for a very long period of time because they had a whole bunch of other people coming through. But if I could have, I would have sat there and played it for a while. And if I knew how to play the game too, I think it was one of the Final Fantasy games, but I don't remember which one. And I've got footage of it too on my cloud drive. One of these days I might show it off. But it was fun. I was actually enjoying it. I was like, because I remember talking a lot of smack about it. And I still stand by my opinions of the cloud connection needed and everything, because that's ridiculous. But however, to say that it was a terrible product in its design, I was actually wrong about that. Because I remember saying
it actually feels halfway decent. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best value in gaming right now, in my honest opinion.
I would say the Steam Deck, but the Steam Deck is currently out at the moment.
They are way too expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, it is unfortunate.
I have a Steam Deck, and again, I think that the ROG Ally is a better deal than the Steam Deck.
Let's see, Jeremiah says, yes, and I was saying that people aren't talking about Valve with Xbox versus PlayStation like they've done with Nintendo in the past. Right. Yeah, I get what you're saying now. It makes more sense now. At first, I wasn't completely sure what you were talking about, but now it makes a hell of a lot more sense. All right, let's get back to the video because we've rambled on long enough.
The next tsunami of criticism towards you, Sony. All we care about is that you reverse the decision to strip everyone of ownership over their games. And they're right. Whoever put this up about the controller, everyone behind this controller, they're going to deal with the backlash. And not Sony, which is just flat out wrong. And again, even if you're like me and are mostly on the digital bandwagon, this should concern you, because if you want to own PlayStations in the future and you don't have other options to get their games, getting games is going to be more expensive. And then you combine the fact that the next gen consoles, because of component prices, are going to be more expensive as well.
GameStop's going out of business for real
even
this
if
time.
you never pick up a physical game again. Someone else wrote down here again, Sony's stupid commercial on a fight.
I want to talk about that for a minute, because now this is putting GameStop, like you said, potentially out of business. This could put
Well, they've been going out of business for a long time. It's just delaying the inevitable.
right, because I mean, why bother going there when I could go to Walmart or go to Target or go anywhere, or like you said, or I have said, digital. Just go digital. Go buy a digital game. FPGA for the win. Like, but here's the thing, right? The thing I'm saying here is that I don't know, honestly, because my biggest problem with the whole thing that's been going on is that people have known that Sony, LG, and a few other manufacturers of these discs and Blu-ray players were stopping, and nobody really said anything, including me. I can't sit here and say that I was preaching the end of times was coming. I wasn't. I ignored it just like everybody else, and now I feel that we are paying for it because this is the consequences.
Yep.
Sony, as it came out recently, Sony wants to cut out the middleman. They don't want to have to pay for it. Why pay for the disc when I can make more money selling the digital for at least roughly the same price as the physical? And all I got to do is just store the games on some servers, and I could easily.
Well, not only that, but they get less profit whenever they do physical, anyways, because the majority of it more goes to the developer, if I'm not mistaken. So, in the long run, they're just trying to make more money by getting, fucking over the developers.
Pretty much so. It's pretty much like this. It's like I told Coalfire and God of Pugs before, that essentially what they're doing is they're looking at the stockholders and directors and the CEOs, the executives, all took a look at what was going on with the consoles and everything, right? And they were saying, hey, look, we're making more money off of digital. We don't have to put as much effort in to make disc and everything. We make more money, like hardware-wise, selling cameras and hard drives, consoles they technically take a loss on, but like the controllers and everything, they make a ton of money off of. And simply put, they make more money doing that. They don't make a whole lot of money selling the physical discs or anything like that. And plus, with digital, like Rich did talk about, they can easily just pull it at any time. So if they lose the license, they don't have to worry about making sure that the disc can work and everything on their consoles after you buy it. No, they can just go, well, sucks to be you, pull the game and pull the movies or whatever, and bam. You as the user have now just got screwed over big time. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Mm-hmm. Just bend over and take it, buddy.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you got to do. This is what it's like.
It's fucked in the ass.
And that's exactly what you're going to feel like. Because honestly,
it's kind of like Boogie 2988.
I mean,
he just likes to fuck himself in the ass at least once a week. Don't ask me how I know.
I mean,
he's gay.
Troll the living fuck out of him.
That's what it feels like they're doing right now. And I'm just saying the CEO of Sony, in my personal opinion, this is my personal opinion, this is not fact, my personal opinion, this is what I feel like the CEO does all the time.
troll the living fuck out of him.
It was a different soundbite I was going to use, but I thought about it, and given how Willie Mack got in trouble for, oh no, that's right, it was the gambling website that he got in trouble over, not the other thing. Oh, yeah, so I can say this is the soundbite I was going to use.
I do a lot of drugs. It took me time to get off cock.
See, that's what I feel like. Now get ready for this stream to become 18 plus only. Anyways, let's
There we
continue.
go.
Here we go again. Oh, YouTube get mad at me and say, oh, well, here's a strike for you, buddy. That's why after reading about the DMCA laws, I don't like it as much as I did when I didn't even consider it. Fully agree, Jeremiah. And you know what's funny? And I might bring this video up tonight. We might have to go a little extra longer because I do want to watch a video that actually talks about Apple and the copyright law. Because the lawsuit that's happening to Apple could upheave a lot of the DMCA Act. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that either. I'm not exaggerating. We got a couple of viewers on Kick. We got a couple of viewers over on Rumble. We got a couple of viewers over on YouTube. So real quick, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you follow me on Kick. Make sure you follow me on Rumble. Consider donating. Consider subscribing. And consider joining the Patreon as well. It's always appreciated. And make sure you go follow Killer J 1989. Make sure you follow him on Twitch. Make sure you follow him on Rumble. Make sure you follow him on YouTube. Links will always be available. Anyways, getting back to it, let's watch more of this video because I'm sure at some point Review Tech is going to say something that I'm going to giggle at.
Fight stick. So
We'll
wrote back to my
finish the
physical
video, then we'll
games scare
get
you.
into it.
Yes, they do, because that means if there's physical games, they can't make as much profit. So those games that you are showing there, Sony is like, oh man, we don't have to deal with those anymore. Now we can just make people pay for games whatever the hell we want them to. So yes, those physical games horrify them. They are devastated by them. And this is amazing. This is maybe the most clever one. Switch out lever gates with ease on the Flex Strike wireless fight stick. And then someone wrote down here, give us discs. Fuck Sony.
Yes, fuck Sony.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Now, as you are seeing here under this fight stick ad that they posted on X, it has
Why does he always get
54,000 comments.
Wait, what?
He always gives them orgasm every single video.
Oh, God. Ugh. I don't know, man. I hate it. I'm hating this video. The more I watch it, the more I'm bored out of my mind and I'm struggling to comment.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we do this? We got the gist of what he was talking about. To be honest, I'm kind of tired of hearing him talk and make
Comments under it.
dirty
Oh, God.
plucking jokes.
No, thank you.
Let's move on to the one we actually want to watch.
Which is Eric right here. Which,
I don't think I've ever seen PlayStation handle a situation this badly. First, they announced they're ending physical game distribution beginning in 2028. Then they disappear. Days go by without saying a word, no explanation,
It's
no
hilarious.
reassurance,
Yep.
no attempt to calm down one of the biggest backlashes they've
Of all
faced
time.
in years. Then they finally come back and act like nothing
Ever
absolutely happened. Hey everyone, check out this new
it's like, what is this? Like, now I could actually
Tone
comment on
deaf.
this. Now I could actually comment on this. What the hell is this? What is this? What am I looking at? Why is the button
You're
so like?
looking at
What,
you're looking at the new Gay Station 9000. That's a place where you can go fuck yourself.
He's felt it. Woo! Whoa, buddy! Whoa, buddy! Whoa, buddy!
That's for you, dickers.
Such terrible content. This is why I like Eric more, because he's cool and straight to the freaking point. He's not just rambling on and on and on and on and on. It's like, oh my God, man. Can you get to the point? We're getting back to it, right? I don't understand what. So, like, You come out, you say physical discs are going away in 2028. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do that anymore, right? So why would you 6 days later post this? Who wants this? Who really wants this? And unlike review
Clearly
tech,
not us.
and unlike review tech, I'm actually asking a legitimate question: who actually wants to buy this? Because I don't see a purpose of it. Video, you know, I've got the PlayStation 4 controller right here, right in front of me. So let me just grab it real quick. Like I've got this right here. Why would I want a fighting? I know it's kind of beat up, but why would I want this when this works just fine? This has great grip comfort and everything. The controller works just fine. I can play the what am I trying to emulate a freaking arcade machine?
I'll say it as someone who does like arcade machines. It's not marketed for you. It's marketed for somebody that, you know, has a little bit of a nostalgia for, you know, going to the arcade. It's the whole arcade experience. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's $200, which, you know, for a wireless fight stick, you know, just for casual play, is not a bad price.
I mean, how much were they charging for it?
I could be wrong. I don't know.
I don't think they said.
Let's find out.
We'll find out.
Flex
New
Strike.
fight stick. Seriously, what the hell is going on at PlayStation? Because this isn't just about physical games anymore. It's about trust. And after watching everything that's happened over the last week, I honestly think PlayStation has done more damage to its relationship with gamers than
That's $200.
If you watch
$200.
$200, bruh.
But I mean, you gotta look at for what it is. I think it's a good price. I wouldn't buy it though because I don't have a PlayStation, and I'll probably go for the cheaper ones. But I would like to personally own a fight stick.
He's a Sony pony.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh. Now my son is though.
You failed.
He likes it. He likes it.
If it makes you feel any better, I became a giant Apple nerd and have loved almost every Apple product I've ever owned. So, I mean,
I remember those days.
And that includes the Magic Mouse. And I already know everybody right now is going to make fun of me in the comment section for that one. Everybody's getting ready to type their comment in about how dumb I am for that.
Actually, believe it or not, I actually have a Magic Mouse that I had used for work. But I hate this damn thing. Like, this is the mouse that I used to use. The only thing that's redeemable is the gestures and whatnot.
Yeah, you can do on
scrolling Excel files is like super awesome with that. But generally, I use an old cheapo Red Dragon that I use for my PC. So it's wireless, gets the job done, charges at the front and not the bottom.
I say I got the really old one from the G4, the G5 iMac that we had for a while. I sold that thing off because we didn't need it. But I have that mouse from it, and it has the battery replacer. You put batteries in it, and it uses 2 AAA ones.
I remember those.
Yeah, I've got that one, and I love it. It works fantastically. Wow, that was a sentence. That was a sentence.
Didn't you say you sold it?
No, I sold the Mac that it came with.
Oh, okay.
Jeremiah says, at least they now have more than one button on the mouse.
Yeah, they don't have it anymore. You were wrong. They got one button, and they got a switch at the bottom. That's it. One button. It's all it is. One single button.
Click,
It determines how you click it. This is a left click. This is a right click. And then again, it's got the scroll. The scroll wheel is just flicking it like this, which I get. I just wish this was, a little less gay in your hand.
I mean, because it's so small, though. The thing is because of how small it is, that it makes it tricky to use. That's the thing about it. Let's get back to the video. We have so far just gone off the rails. Oh, Lord, we are so far off the rails.
Watched my recent videos, you already know exactly where I stand. I think ending physical game distribution is one of the
I hope you
most
stand on your feet.
anti-consumer
Oh,
decisions
God.
we've seen from a major gaming company in a very long time. I said it then, and I still believe it now. But what surprised me the most wasn't even the announcement. It was the response afterward, or should I say, the lack of one. Because after making one of the biggest gaming announcements of the year, PlayStation went completely silent for several days before returning to its regular promotional post. Think about that. Millions of gamers are debating the future of ownership. People are asking legitimate questions here. Collectors, they're upset. Retailers are wondering what's coming next. Developers are weighing in. The gaming community is on fucking fire. And PlayStation's first instinct is to pretend nothing happened. That's what shocked me.
Head in the sand. All they're doing, head in the sand, bro.
Yep, just like a ostrich. Head in the sand, don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean that we just took away your ability to own video games? We don't know what you're talking about. It's perfectly fine.
We didn't know that you like to own your games.
We thought you didn't like the
How
idea.
could we have known?
How can we possibly know that you like to own your own games? It doesn't make any logical sense. all our data says that you don't like owning your own games. Our data says that you hate owning your own games and you don't like the idea of owning your own games.
Too much pressure. Too much pressure.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God!
Let's continue.
Eventually, PlayStation broke their silence, right? Not to explain the decision, not to answer concerns, not to reassure fans. Instead, they promoted a new fight stick.
Jeremiah says, don't sound any
Now, look,
different than politicians who
nothing
do the
against
same
the
thing.
product.
Pathetic.
Honestly,
Agreed.
It looks pretty nice. The people showing it off, they're not the problem either. Those are who I actually feel bad for, because those employees suddenly became the face of a decision that they probably had absolutely nothing to do with, and they're taking the heat for it. And that's unfair. When leadership refuses to communicate, everyone else ends up taking the heat, and that's what we're seeing here. And the announcement of physical media being no longer supported in 2028 was one thing. It definitely is a bad decision that's created a lot of backlash for them. But now what honestly bothers me the most wasn't even that announcement itself. It was what happened after. Think about the magnitude of this
Tone
decision,
deaf.
right? We're not talking about a price increase or a delayed game. We're
Pretty much so. It just nonstop tone death from all of them. It's just tone death after tone death after tone deaf statements. And Eric is right. There's pretty much so the audience is going to, well, not just the audience, but the people who participate in making the games and everything, they're all going to pay for it. They all get to pay for it. While Sony sits there on their butt, the executives, I should say, sitting there laughing. The president the other day sold off 56% of his shareholdings in the company and made like millions of dollars worth of profit off of it. Oh yeah, the Sega.
That was hilarious, dude.
Oh my God, that was unbelievable. And
I knew that shit was going to happen. They're trying to abandon ship, man.
that's what me and Donald Pugs and a few others was saying, that it's a good possibility he and a few others might be abandoning ship after this. what was it? Jeremiah
hell yeah.
said, hey, don't sound any different. Oh, excuse me, I already read that one. He goes, Sony will eventually
There's
become
Thunder.
the Sega 2.0. Oh, Thunder, where you're at? Is it storming
Yeah,
and lightning?
just in
Oh,
case I get lost. Yeah.
no. Ooh. Well, hopefully you don't disappear before the end of this stream, at least. That was,
Yeah. We'll try to we'll try to push it along just in case.
yeah, just in case. But getting back into it, right? I hope that Sega doesn't become the next Sony, but you know, at this point, I
You
guess
mean Sony become the next Sega?
yeah. Say, well,
They
I'm talking
won't.
about Sega becoming Sony, because I hope they don't go down that road where they start making consoles and stuff like that again. Because I've heard that Sega has talked about potentially bringing back consoles that they redeem, like Sega redeems themselves, right? But then turn around and do what Sony's doing right now and fuck themselves over again. That to that point. As far as Sony's concerned, I gave up. I mean, I'm not gonna tolerate the idea of I lose all my stuff just because Sony said so. I get there's licensing agreements. I get that they're only really the distributors and whatnot. But they also own quite a few of the major studios that make the stuff. So what do you mean? It's like Xbox saying that like they lose their property rights, like what is it, intellectual property rights. I'm like, you bought most of the studios. You didn't think to buy the rights too? What was that all about? What the hell? Oh my god.
We're talking about PlayStation announcing the beginning of the end for physical game media, a format that's been part of gaming for decades. This isn't just a PlayStation issue. This affects publishers, retailers, collectors, game preservation, and every gamer who still values owning what they buy. Decisions like this have the potential to change the entire.
Oh yeah, Jeremiah. I know why you brought that up, because the X32 came out in the U.S. because the head corporation that was in Japan didn't bother to put the Saturn out in the U.S. So the U.S. branch had to do something. They had to put something out there. So that's what led to that. I remember that, reading about that and everything. We getting back into it, right? It's Sony is just god awful. They're a god awful corporation. This is horrible. Because the more you listen, right, the more you realize how screwed you got and how screwed people really are. And it's getting worse. It's really getting worse. It's not getting better. It has not gotten any better. This is turned into a thing of now, I mean, oh, I didn't realize the message got deleted. Oh yeah, that's right, I deleted my own message. Anyways, I just at some point, you gotta say, you know what? I can't support this company any further. And I mean, again, Xbox isn't too far behind. They just cut over 3,600 employees, and now another 136.
Oh no,
just
they're
got cut.
they're still there.
Like,
They're amongst that. They're still the shittiest people ever.
That's why I also said Sony is basically getting to the point where they're going to become Sega 2.0. Pretty much so. They're pushing down that road, and it's. Well, I mean, I thought Xbox was going to get there first, but I guess not. Maybe the Helix might save them, but even then,
We should make a bet. I think Xbox is going to be there quicker.
how much you want to bet? That's the question.
I have a feeling that they're going to be down. They're definitely going to be down and out compared to PlayStation.
It's hard to say just because of what's been happening, especially because the what was that all about? That's weird. What deleted? Oh, Stream Elements came through and deleted it. What the fuck? That's weird. No, undo it. I didn't want you to do that. Don't do that. Stop it. Yeah. I don't know why it's being. Stream Elements is being weird tonight and decided to delete all Jeremiah's comments for some reason. Thank God I read them out live. Well, I'll go through and fix that. That bot's been becoming very, very finicky more and more lately. Just as a complete side note, yeah, that's the best part is you only put 2 emojis. You did it earlier and it didn't trigger it, so I don't know why it triggered it now. So, you know, I'm going to shut that bot off and I'm going to fix Nightbot to get it, or shut down the moderation or something. I'll do something about it later. I'll figure it out. I don't know what was going on with that. But what I will say, though, is I don't get it anymore, right? I don't get how, like, it just doesn't make sense to me, right? It just doesn't make sense that that you, like, it's just, it's infuriating, honestly. It's infuriating because I grew up playing these consoles. I grew up loving the Xbox. I grew up loving the PlayStation. I have a lot of great fond memories with the PS3 and the Xbox 360. To see it going this way bothers me because I'm not only losing my childhood, but, like, let's not forget that the ESA basically said I'm a fucking criminal for having a private server to play Minecraft on. It's like
Jesus.
It's like I can't win no matter what I do. It's like, what is this all about? What the hell? Lord have mercy. Ah, Jesus.
Entire direction of the industry, and whether you agree with it or not, it's one of the biggest shifts gaming has ever faced. So when PlayStation made that announcement and then disappeared for days without saying another word, that really did not sit right with me. There was no clarification, no reassurance, no acknowledgement that millions of fans had legitimate concerns. People weren't asking for miracles. They wanted to know that PlayStation was at least listening to them. But instead, it felt like a company simply decided to wait for the outrage to die down and hoped everybody would just move on. To me, that's the most concerning part of this whole situation. When you're making a decision this massive, you owe your community more than silence. You owe them honesty. You owe them transparency.
Oh, 100%.
You owe them a conversation. And instead, it felt like they looked at decades of loyalty from their biggest supporters and decided it didn't even matter.
Pretty much so. Like, that's dead on the head accurate. Dead on the head accurate. Because they pretty much just said your loyalty meant nothing to us. That you, the people who paid for our games, paid for the software, supported the company through all the trials and tribulations, right? Your royalty is worth about as much as the toilet paper that the president uses to wipe his butt with. That's
exactly
about what that amounted to.
So, and that's why people that are like, PlayStation is better than Xbox, or Xbox is better than PlayStation, like, you're stupid. Like, get out of here with that shit. Ain't nobody saying that anymore. Like, they both suck equally.
Pretty much so. It's
all of them suck equally.
Yeah, all of them suck. It's like there's no degree anymore of which one was worse or which one may have, like, which one might be slightly better. No, it's everybody sucks. Everybody sucks. And it sucks. It totally sucks. Can you see any of my comments? Oh, yeah, I can see your comments. Jeremiah says, that's okay, Sony. I'll just buy games from 83 to 99. All right, I don't blame you. No part of me blames you. No part of me blames you whatsoever. Because like that's the only time you can actually own games these days, and that's sad. You know, it's so sad now that we have gotten to the point now that we don't even own the games that we play anymore. We don't own the products that we paid for. We're just basically, they just like, screw you, how dare you. Like the thumbnail for the YouTube video is pretty accurate to what's going on. They hate you for owning these products. They do. Because that means they can't milk you for all you're worth then. They can't keep pulling money off of you. They can't, because you don't pay for the games anymore, because you already did. You own the game, so now they can't milk you. DLCs was one way they could, but now that's not a thing anymore. They don't care anymore. That's pretty much what gone. God felt it to the wind. And it sucks now. It legitimately sucks that that's what it's turned into these days. It's no
Sucks
more,
big donkey balls.
no more owning your products, no more owning the games you pay for, no more enjoying the hard effort and everything that you put in to get the products that you like. It's now, well, it sucks to be you. It sucks to be you. Have a great day.
Ooh, yeah. God, now I'm
Congratulations.
God, now I'm flaccid.
I mean, what else do I say to that? What else can I say to that? What else can I say to that? Because I don't know what else to say to that. It is truly sad that it's come to this state now that we no longer own or can enjoy the games that we paid for. It is very much so, well, sucks to be you, and to hell with you and your stuff.
Eat a
I
dick.
haven't told you, but I recently bought a copy of MECC's 1985's Apple II version of the Oregon Trail. Didn't they remake that game? I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they remade
did.
that game. Oh, of course they did. I suppose I should not be surprised. But let's continue on with the video. I'm scared.
As someone who spent years supporting PlayStation, buying consoles, the games, recommending the platform, and genuinely wanting them to succeed, it leaves me wondering if that support was ever appreciated in the first place.
Yeah,
When a
it
company
wasn't.
can make
It
a
wasn't.
decision that fundamentally changes gaming and then refuse to even address the people affected by it, it doesn't just make me question the future of PlayStation. It makes me question whether supporting them all these years was worth it at all. The reaction was
Guarantee it wasn't.
exactly what you'd expect. Every new PlayStation tweet
wasn't.
immediately became another discussion about physical games. People weren't talking about accessories. They weren't talking about the products. They weren't talking about Apex Legends. They were talking about ownership, about preserving games, about buying licenses instead of products, about losing the ability to truly own what they pay for. And honestly, can you blame them? This isn't some tiny balance update in a multiplayer game. This changes how people view PlayStation moving forward. When you tell gamers they're losing physical media, you've started a much bigger conversation. You can't just post
Started a war,
another
Sony.
accessory 5 days later and expect everyone to move on. What really bothers
Pretty much so. They started a war now. Legitimately with the internet, they started a war. And I don't think they're going to win that war. No part of me thinks they're going to win that war at all. I don't see that happening. Then again, I mean, they brought it on themselves. Apple II games are worth it. I have a bunch of Atari Soft Apple II games as well as previously in my collection. I mean, I love old games, don't get me wrong, but what I'm more concerned about is the modern day games. I want the modern day games to live. I want the modern day
100%.
games, because the thing is, if I'm paying $100+ to buy a game from you, I should own that game. It should not be a license. It should not be, you can play on the weekends. I'm not fucking 8 years old back in school and my mom is telling me I gotta get all these chores done and everything for the weekend so I can play video games. No, I'm a full-grown adult. If I buy the game with my money, I should own the game with my money and nothing else. It should not be a license that you could just take away whenever you feel like it. It should not be, well, I don't like you, therefore, guess what? No game for you, bitch. No, it should be, I paid for it, I own it. And I'm not going to see it any other way. I'm just not. Nope. Hell with that. To hell with that.
Hell yeah. I'll
Just,
say that, you know, here's another thing that you got to consider. How many times has the PlayStation Store been hacked? Be real. Like, it wasn't that long ago that it recently
Four.
got hacked. What
four
was it?
times I can count that it was hacked and people's information was leaked out. Hundreds of thousands of emails, passwords, personal information, credit cards, all that stuff leaked out for everyone to see. Listen, well, the problem is you can't. A lot of those games you can't back up. You can't back them up. They won't let you. Plain and simple. Without the DM software to run it, you can't back it up. You just can't. I hate to say that, but that's why Stop Killing Games has been pushing so hard. Because we have to. That's the only way we're going to get it through their heads to get them to understand that we want to own our games. But again, I'm asking corporations who don't give a flying fuck about you to support the idea of you owning your game. I mean, at this point, I really should not be surprised, should I? Really should not be.
Nope. And I'm surprised that you're surprised.
I don't know why I am anymore. I should not be surprised at anything that is happening at all, even like a little. Because the fact of the matter is, they don't care about us. There's nobody that cares about the products, what we make and what we pay for and everything. They don't care. It is how much can they squeeze out of you as a person? How much can they squeeze out of you? That's what they want to do.
I will shit all over them. They try to squeeze me too hard.
Oh Lord. I mean, that's all they care about is how much can they milk you for all he's worth. That's all they care about is how much can they milk you for all the money you have. Like, how much can they get out of you? And if they can get a ton out of you, then they're going to do so, and that's what they're doing. Because whether we like it or not, we have pretty much led them to believe that they can milk us for all that they can. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it in a way that makes sense. I think the best way to look at it is they see the numbers, they see how people act online and everything, and they go, well, you know what? These people, they don't care about actually owning the media as long as they can have quick and instant access to it. So as long as we give that to them, they won't care if we take away the ability to own the game. And that's exactly what's happened. At least
Wrongo.
Wait, what?
I said wrongo.
How am I wrong?
No, I'm just saying that was the wrong answer.
How is that the wrong answer?
From the companies.
Oh, okay.
It's wrong.
I get what you're saying. Okay, it makes more sense now. Oh, because I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm right because the ESA literally said we are black market drug dealing things I can't say on YouTube, evil people because we have private Call of Duty servers and Minecraft servers.
Yep. How dare you?
Yeah, how dare you want to play with your friends on a private server with just you and your friends? How dare you just want to have a fun game of Call of Duty? You shall not have a fun game of Call of Duty. You shall instead go to prison for 50 years for crimes you never committed. Because they don't believe in the justice system. They love the justice system when it screws over innocent people, but when it actually comes down on evil people like them, they hate it because they don't like a little thing called accountability. You know I'm right.
Oh, 100%.
Wii Shop in VC was good. Now it's ESO and expansion plus subscriptions. I would have rather have the OG. Agreed. And Jeremiah also says that's why I'm focusing on the retro games, new games. It's where it's harder. But that's where I'm a part of Stop Killing Games, because we're all about preserving not only past games but current and future games. That's what we're about. That's what we do here. So let's continue watching the video.
Bothers me is the message this sends. It feels like PlayStation believes they don't have to earn our trust anymore. That no matter what decision they make, people will complain. They'll wait a week, and they think people would just go ahead and keep buying everything anyway and just get over it. Maybe they're right. Maybe PlayStation customers are just a bunch of fucking idiots that it goes in one ear and goes out the other, and they don't remember that PlayStation's fucking them up.
They remember the naked lady. That's it.
Because that's a dangerous mindset for any company, especially one that's built its reputation on loyal fans. Then another story caught my attention. There's reports that are surfacing that 2 senior Sony executives sold significant amounts of company stock shortly after the physical media announcement. Now, let me be very clear here. Executives sell stock for all kinds of legitimate reasons. Retirement, diversification, taxes, personal financial planning. Selling stock by itself does not yet prove anything in this case, but here's why people are talking about it.
It's sus. It's sus as fuck.
Yeah.
When you combine the physical media announcement, the complete silence, the backlash, the business as usual social media strategy, and then the headlines about major stock sales, people naturally start asking questions. Whether that's fair or unfair, that's reality. Perception matters, especially when trust is already damaged. And that's really the word I keep coming back to, trust, because this isn't just about disc. This isn't just about digital. This isn't even just about one accessory tweet, guys. This is about the relationship between PlayStation and its community. For years, people defended this brand. They still are. People are still kind of, I guess, being pro PlayStation despite the latest news of physical media disappearing. I have people in the comment section of those videos defending them with their swords and shields, guys. People spent thousands of dollars buying PlayStation consoles, PlayStation games, PlayStation accessories.
To speak on like the executive part of it, right? It is very suspect. It is very suspicious that they sold all that stuff, like the majority of their stocks and everything, as quickly as they did after the backlash. It is very suspicious. Whether or not if it was because of the backlash, we won't ever really know unless they come out and, and say so. But the thing is, it's suspicious.
They're not going to.
Well, yeah, no, I don't expect them to. Actually, I expect them to stay silent. That's what I expect. I mean, again, going back to they don't give a damn. They just fuck you.
Cowards.
They'll fuck you as much as they want to, because that's what they like to do, is fuck you over. Because they're dicks.
And that's why Dreamcast guy loves PlayStation.
Oh, yeah, he like fucking deep throats, like, oh.
Oh my God.
I mean,
Ride that Sony cock.
I mean, this right here is a perfect example of Dreamcast guy right here.
I do a lot of drugs. It took me time to get off cock.
It took him a lot of time to get that Sony cock off. I'm just saying. Maybe they should bring back the parallel port. Yeah, that ain't happening anytime soon for any reason. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. I promise you that. Let's continue with the video.
PlayStation Plus memberships. People invested into this ecosystem because they believed in it. Now, a lot of those same people
And now
feel
you're getting felt
they're
it,
being
aren't you?
ignored. That's a problem.
Oh hell
I
yeah!
still love
I know I
gaming.
did.
That's never changed. I still will. Somebody was all like, "Why don't you retire if all you do is complain?" No, dude. I want PlayStation to succeed. Competition makes gaming better.
Yes,
I
it
don't
does.
make these videos because I hate PlayStation or I hate video games in the industry. I make them because I hate seeing one of gaming's biggest brands make decisions that push its own community away. Gaming has changed. Companies have changed. Business has changed. I understand all of that, but respecting your customers should never go out of style. Communication should never go out of style. Listening should never go out of fucking style, because once gamers stop believing that you care, it's incredibly hard to earn that trust back.
Agreed.
So maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe this all blows over and maybe gamers will forget and everybody
I
will
hope
happily
not.
embrace an all digital future. Maybe PlayStation just never looks back. But if this past fucking week has shown us anything, guys, it's that this conversation isn't going away. Gamers aren't just debating physical games anymore. They're debating whether PlayStation still understands the people who made the brand what it is. And honestly, there's a much bigger problem than any accessory, any tweet, or any press release can fix when it comes to that. Let me know what you think. Do you think PlayStation is simply handling this poorly, or do you think something bigger is happening behind the scenes? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.
I'll catch you on the flip side, sir.
So, what do you think? Do you agree with Eric's opinion, or do you disagree with him?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Believe me, if I don't agree with this take, I'll call him out in the comment section. But 9 times out of 10, I have zero problems with this take. Because at the end of the day, he's kind of like me. You know, he just likes playing games to have a good time. That's all video games should be. You know, about just having a fun time, killing some time, and hanging out with your buds.
Right here.
That's all it is.
I mean, let's read some comments, shall we? Eric says, question for the PlayStation fans. Was the decision to end physical games that finally pushed you over the edge, or was it the fact that PlayStation stayed silent for days on end and acted like nothing happened? I honestly think the response did more damage to the announcement itself. Am I wrong? And you got a comment right here saying, the straw that broke the camel's back for me was when I had no internet for 2 weeks and all my digital PS games can't be played even when I bought it and installed it, just because there was no internet connection.
Oh, yeah.
This is not a recent 2026 thing. This has been going since 2025. That opened my eyes, and I only been going and buying physical PS games since. I also cancel your PS Plus subscription. I've done it since 2025. Vote with your wallet. Let's see. Game Nerd Scout says, I want to slowly build up my physical copy collection. No way Sony will dictate that I can't own the games that I already have / will be getting. They're only going to annihilate their customer base. I Watch YouTube says, I think they are way too big to fail. Rather that is true or not remains to be seen. I'm 39 years old, and I simply think we're in a new era in gaming, and you can choose to keep up or stay where you're at collecting older stuff until the prices become too absurd to justify. I can't wait for Eric to roast this guy for this. We will see what happens. And another guy tags Eric, goes, the only time will tell what happens from here. here on out because, Eric, sir, I've heard that Microsoft is testing out a new feature that digital games on physical disc, but the moment you give the disc to your friend, you lose immediate access to that game on your console, which means I suppose that's better than what Sony's doing here. But still, at least you get the physical disc. I don't know if it's 100% true or not, but I mean, the future-wise, this might be the better option than what Sony's doing right here. I don't know. Only time will tell. Jeremiah says in the comment section, more happening behind the scenes, end quote. Let's see. Shane Hermanstone says, it's utter heartbreaking how they have shit on us after decades of brand royalty. John Rambo says, Sony's lost it, but and many people will never buy a console that doesn't support physical copies. Arden Dunnan says, rather give up all of the crew. It's time to ship out Brink's brew. If buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't theft. Hashtag fuck Sony. Sony, don't ask questions. Just consume the product, then get excited for the new product. I mean, the comment sections are pretty much agreeing with them. I don't see anybody that's defending it. Right here. I mean, look, nobody's really defending it. Surprisingly. Normally, I've seen a lot of people come out and just go after individuals for not supporting Sony. So that's actually kind of shocking to me that people haven't come out and started talking huge smack and being like, how dare you, and whatnot.
It's a coming.
Yeah.
It's a coming.
I'm sure somebody in one of my comment sections is probably going to be all about how I'm a Apple dick kisser or something like that.
Are you not?
Oh, ha, 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 ha. Fuck you.
I'm just kidding.
Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Don't threaten me with a good time, sir.
No thanks. Anyways, I didn't need that image in my head. So my question to you is, given all that now, is there anything else you wish to talk about? Let's see, what is this all about? Oh, okay. Is there anything else?
No, I'm pretty much it.
Oh,
I think we kind of covered the majority of what we wanted to talk about. I mean, this has been a really crazy, rough ride. Like it's crazy. Every day it's something new. Like
yeah, every day. It's
at
like,
this
holy
point,
shit.
it's always something. Like who can piss off their fan base more? Is it going to be Xbox or is it going to be PlayStation?
Yeah, it's like a competition to see who can fuck over everybody the most. This is what I noticed.
I'll meet you at the bottom, bitches.
Pretty much so. Oh, let's see. No, let me go and take a little look. I'm going to take a look at, see, if buying isn't owning and piracy isn't stealing. I first heard that in a video about this stuff on Clownfish's TV channel. Oh, yeah, Clownfish. I wonder if he's still making content or not. Oh, I could be wrong. Oh, it might be someone else I'm thinking of that got filtered off the platform. Let's see. Oh, what was it?
That chatbot hates, for some reason, absolutely hates poor
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
I don't know what that was all about. That was weird. I don't know what triggered
Well,
it.
I'll say this. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, you, sir, are always welcome.
Yeah, you're always welcome. I'm never going to ban you or anything like, well, unless you do something incredibly stupid that forces me to. I'm never going to just ban you for any reason. Let's see. Let's see. There's one other thing I wanted to talk about. Let's see. Because I saw, oh yeah, that's right. It was the Apple one, that's right, and it's down here. Let's see. Let's see. There was one other thing. Man, there's a lot of. Oh yeah, I meant to tell you. I'm thinking about it real quick before I play the Apple video and everything. That I was on Empress's live stream last night. I've been filling in for a Tsunami. Well, Tsunami's gone, actually. So I should probably explain this story, so I'll go ahead and explain it real quick before we watch this video. So here's what happened, right? 40K Empress, for those of you who may not be aware of her, she's a Bulgarian woman. It's in her 30s. She's really hot, honestly. Logan's a lucky guy to get her. She's pretty smart, too. Pretty nice woman. Last night I was making fun of her for running over innocent people in Nazi cars. It was hilarious. I should link the live stream afterwards, because my God, the amount of jokes and everything I made about it. Yeah, Tsunami left. They had a big falling out because Tsunami argued with her over middle-aged women, like what counts as middle-aged, and apparently it turned into a really nasty fight that led to him cussing her out live on air. And then when she tried to approach him behind the scenes afterwards to try and resolve the problem, right? Trying to be nice, trying to be kind about it, but he decided to basically tell her to take her kindness and shove it right between her legs and then quit the show and left.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, that escalated quickly. That escalated quickly.
Sure did. Breasts.
I was like, and here's the thing, right? Because Tsunami didn't really like me for a little bit. But Jeremiah says, I'm not sure if I'd say that. I'm not surprised. Yeah, because Tsunami didn't really like me. That's the funny part. Because I brought him on my live stream and we were talking about, I did tell him that I was working with Luna, but I didn't expect her to bring up Donald Trump. And they started debating about Donald Trump and a lot of his policies. Now, mind you, this was towards the start of this year and everything, right? Oh no, actually, that was during his campaign to get elected. And we were discussing a lot of his policies and everything, and what was it? She said that she was worried about a lot of the rhetoric that Republicans and everything had been throwing out there, which, to be fair, the Republican Party did throw a bunch of rhetoric, I should actually say more extremist idiots were throwing out a lot of terrible things that weren't true, that were trying to paint transgender people in a very unsavory light for no good reason. As I've always stated, there's predators in every community. To act like any one community is only predators is BS, because that's not true.
Oh, yeah.
That, like, saying every person who plays, it's like saying every person that plays an Xbox is an Xbox fan, or every person that plays a PlayStation is a PlayStation fan. Maybe that's all they could afford, or maybe that's what they're familiar with. So they're not necessarily a fan, it's more of a, I'm used to this, I'm going to stick with this because familiarity breeds contempt.
Or maybe they just don't know any different. Like, for most people, that's all they buy. Like their dad is really big into Xbox, and so they buy their kids Xbox, and that's all, kids know is Xbox. So
yeah,
what are they going to do? Buy an Xbox.
Yep. What are they going to, it's like with me and MacBooks, right? It's like, I tell people all the time, like, get a MacBook, right? Even though I should know more about Windows PCs and everything and whatnot, I don't. I know more about MacBooks and everything. I'm more familiar with the platform. So I imagine if I ever had children and I got them technology, I'm probably going to buy them like an iPhone or an iPad, something like that. Like, that's the truth of that. But the point I'm getting at, right, is that because of that little debate and everything, now, mind you, I did apologize to him afterwards about her behavior, because I was like, hey, let's not talk about politics, and she didn't really listen, although we did discuss that, and I made it clear that in future, if she wanted to talk about politics, she had to bring it to me ahead of time, so that way I could yay or nay it, because YouTube can be very finicky about politics. Really finicky about politics. So And at the time I was only streaming on YouTube, so there you go. The point I'm getting at, right, is that he basically got mad at me and said he wasn't going to ever come on my show. He left my Discord server and unfriended me. And I was like,
Oh,
well, I'm like,
what a
that was,
dick move.
yeah, I'm like, that's extreme. I can understand not being happy. I can understand being like, hey, look, man, I don't want to work with this person in the future. So if you run the show, don't bring them on with me. That would be fine, right? I'm okay with that because there's some guests I bring on that don't want to work with other guests that I bring on, and I keep them separated. But the fact of the matter is, I felt that was ridiculous. So, like you were saying, Jeremiah, shouldn't be surprised at that reaction. Now that I brought that up and brought that out in the air, I thought I would make that clear because I talked a little bit about it on the Tim's cast, but oh, God damn it, of course the power went out. Well, that fucking sucks. Let's see. I built Windows PCs and I'd rather have Linux and Windows, but Mac I could use official OS or Linux on Mac, but it's not necessary. Yeah, I like MacBooks and everything for that particular reason. Well, unfortunately, Killer J's power went out, so oh, that really sucks because I really want the show. Well, if he can still watch it on the phone, you can just go ahead and leave comments. I'll go ahead and I guess I'm passing out early. I understand, brother. I'll let you hop. I'll go ahead and disconnect you then, so that way I can I'll finish out the show from here. But we're gonna watch this Apple video real quick because there's a reason. Because I want to show this off real quick. It's not gonna be super long. I'm going to speed it up actually, because after this I'm gonna go eat dinner because I'm hungry. Let's see. So let's jump to 0.25. But again, thank you to Keller J. Excuse me, Keller J for coming on. Now let's watch this video.
3 YouTube channels, H3H3 Productions, Mr. Short Game Golf, and Golfholics, sued Apple back in April, alleging that they deliberately circumvented YouTube's protections against video scraping to train their AI models,
I remember this,
and that Apple profited substantially, quote unquote, by doing so. The same trio have also filed parallel suits against Meta, Nvidia, ByteDance, and Snap. Here's some background context. Apple seems like a strange company to sue given their lack of public frontier video models, but back in December 2024, 14 Apple employees co-authored a research paper called STIV, Scalable Text and Image Conditioned Video Generation, which is a text/image-to-video generative model. The paper references its training data, and one of the datasets listed is Panda 70M. Panda 70M was originally compiled by Snap and is built from around 3.8 million YouTube videos, chopped into about 70.7 million clips. The dataset does not contain the actual video files. It's just a list of links to YouTube content. So to actually train on it, somebody has to go to YouTube and download every referenced video themselves. The downloading step is what the YouTubers are arguing required circumventing YouTube's anti-scraping protections. This week, Apple has responded with a motion to dismiss, arguing that the videos were free for anyone to watch with no login or paywall. So whatever download blocking YouTube has doesn't legally count as an access lock, and the DMCA claim only works if there was a lock-on access in the first place. Full legal document quote from MacRumors, for reference here. Plaintiffs allege that they posted audiovisual works to YouTube and that any number of the public can see them there. No password, no payment, no lock, no key. Allegedly, YouTube employs technological measures to prevent unauthorized downloading, but because YouTube provides public access to the videos, the alleged technological measures do not control access to the works, as Section 1201A requires. This is fascinating.
Using the Atlantic tool to check Panda 70M, LTT has 4,701 videos listed there.
So basically, Apple is arguing that surely they cannot possibly have violated my copyright on those videos, which I definitely own, because those videos were posted on YouTube. If Apple wins this, do you remember when Apple demanded that old ad collateral of theirs was taken down? Do you remember this? Someone archived old Apple like keynotes and product imagery.
Seems like it was publicly shared to me.
Seems like it was publicly accessible
Seems like
to me with no lock and
anything
key.
on Apple's website
Is
publicly accessible with no lock and key.
does Apple really want to win this?
I feel like that would be insane.
So that's pretty much the gist of what I wanted to bring up, because if Apple legitimately wins this, right? If Apple legitimately wins by doing this, oh my God, it would upend so much. Literally so much. Like I people don't understand how crazy that would be if they did that. Like that would just be insane if Apple pulled that off. Holy crap, that would be crazy. And the whole reason I'm bringing that up, and that's pretty much all I wanted to show, was if Apple does that, if they win, that means copyright as we know it is going to go away, because it would prove then that as long as you post it on platforms like YouTube, Kick, Twitch, TikTok, Rumble, Odyssey, anywhere like that, that means your content is not under lock and key. Therefore, it would be publicly usable, meaning you could reuse and redistribute as you see fit, not as the company that posted it, which is absolutely insane. And I kind of want it to happen just so that way I could use a bunch of Disney stuff to fuck with Disney and a few other people. But also at the same time, I don't want it to happen because that would mean people who actually have legitimate copyright holding over their products and their videos and whatnot would suddenly now lose that, because big corporations, as long as they say, well, we used a downloader, we didn't actually steal the original video, so we didn't restream it on YouTube, therefore we didn't break copyright because we downloaded a copy and used a copy of it instead of the original work, which is crazy to say. That is absolutely crazy. Only if Steve Wozniak was willing to take the reins of his co-creator company. He's already said he's not interested. He has other things he's more interested in, which is unfortunate. But anyways, that's pretty much all I've got. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. We're going to get out of here. So thank you so much for Killer J for coming on board. Thank you so much for being part of the live stream. That sucks that his power went out. But you know what? Like I said, it was great having him here. We had a great, wonderful time. Had a whole bunch of people show up on, people showed up on Rumble. People showed up on YouTube, Twitch, and everything. It's not Twitch, but Kick. I mean, honestly, I had such a great time. I legitimately had a great stream. I appreciate everybody that showed up and showed out and gave support and everything. If you guys don't mind, I would like for you to like, share, and subscribe. Not only to me, but to Killer J as well. Make sure you check out his content. Like I said, great guy, great, wonderful guy. Let's see, why is that right there? There you go. I want this. There we go. This. And now we're going to go over to YouTube. It looks like I got a ton of subscribers. I got 3 more subscribers, so hell fucking yeah, I'm doing great. I'm just doing fantastic. So like I said, make sure you follow me on all 3 of those platforms. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Like I said before, make sure you check out all my other stuff. I've also got a link tree that you can follow me at. Make sure you check out that link tree that takes you to where you can donate to me. You can also join the Patreon, which if you've not joined the Patreon, you totally should. That's where all my VODs that are Kick only live streams go to. I have exclusive content on there as well. And I'm going to be putting more exclusive content up soon. $1.50 a month is all I'm asking. I'm not asking for much. And make sure you join the Discord server. Thank you so much, guys. Until next time, this is AJ Tims of the Den of Tim signing out, and Killer J 1989 signing out from the Level 2 podcast. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Appreciate it. Have a blessed night, everyone. Take care of yourselves.
Well, I woke up early with an aching head. Look at my woman lying cold in the bed. I set my 44 down upon the floor. I knew I couldn't stay around here anymore. I snuck a shot of whiskey, get a little white, and ran out the back door into the dead of night. Oh, the cocaine blues dragging me down, running from love through every door and back. Got a devil on my shoulder, blood on my hands, I'm falling outlaw in the southern land. Yeah, that white collar put me on the run. I caught a fast freight rolling down to Santa Fe, hoping that the sheriff would be the way. But the posse caught me slipping at the county line. Said, Willie boy, you reached the very end of the time. They clapped the heavy iron round my weary wrist. To my back, there was no use to resist. Oh, the cocaine blues dragging me down, running from all through every door of town. Devil on my shoulder, blood on my hands, I'm falling out in the southern lands. Yeah, that white powder put me on the run. The judge looked down from his high wooden chair, said, son, I wouldn't waste my breath on a prayer. He slammed the gavel down, it echoed through the hall. 99 years, boy, you're gonna take the fall. So here I sit in Folsom, staring at the stone, paying for the wicked, wicked seeds that I have sown. Oh, the cocaine blues are dragging me down. Nowhere left to run, I'm Folsom prison bound. Got a devil on my shoulder, blood on my hands, I'm almost broken outlaw in the sun on round. So listen to me, mister, leave that stuff alone, or you'll end up in a cell with iron and bone. Got the cocaine blues.